Good morning, people. Welcome to Scenic Corinth, where I think there is a slight bit of drizzle on the ground. It's not affecting my flying here as I circumnavigate the big temple of Aphrodite in the middle. So today I'm going to play through a mission that some folks made who asked me to stream it, and so I am going to do that. Let's go back down to earth, where I'm standing on the dock by the story creator, or by the story node, I guess. For those of you who haven't done a story creator, played a story creator mission in the game before. Oh, that's not what I want. I want this one. It's not the most obvious how you get to specific stories, so I thought I'd just briefly mention that. So if you go to the map menu or the quest menu or whatever and go to quests, you get all the regular quests, and if you click on see stories down here, it'll bring up a bunch of stories, and the ones that it give you will be the suggested ones, and by and large these are not the greatest. I mean, I haven't done them all, so I can't really speak to them, but like some of them suggest that they might have some kind of thought put into the narrative, but a lot of them are more really just about XP farming or equipment farming or that kind of stuff, and so those aren't particularly interesting to me. Or this one here, where you fight against 30 angry Spartans in the heart of Sparta, and many other Spartans are going to join in. Great, big fight. Okay, cool. But you can, on the website, search for particular stories or be linked to particular stories and then put them into your story log, and then those will show up here. So there's a bunch of tutorials, which I have put in my log because I was looking at them. And then this one, Medea 2. And that's the one I'm going to be playing through today. A copycat crime is about to take place in Corinth. Help stop this before it's too late. It says it has an average time of 25 minutes. I'll be talking, so it'll probably take longer than that. It already has a good rating, 4 stars out of 5 out of 19 plays. That's pretty good. It's only been up for a what's that, a couple of weeks, a month. Yeah, it's alright. I don't think it's been finished for all that time. Here we go. It's going to give us that info again. Wild action adventure. I can't remember whether those are made by the creators or made by the people who have played it. I think you get to vote after you've played it. You get to say whether you liked it or not, which affects the star rating, and you also get to, I think, tag it. There's no historical tag, unfortunately. That is a big omission from my perspective. I would love to be able to tag things as historical if I thought they were particularly interesting in that way, but there's no capacity for that as far as I'm aware. Alright, so here I am in Corinth. Let's find out what is going on. Ah, here we go. Who are you, fine fellow? I haven't decided whether I can do voices. Should I do voices? I probably will. I'll have to read these out. It's slow to load today. This is great streaming content. I am watching the chat, so if you have questions or thoughts on anything that comes up, then feel free to throw anything in the chat. If you've made a Assassin's Creed story creator mission that you think is cool, then message me, and I will happily play it, either streaming or not, at your desire. Mason, help me, Misthios! That's what I'm here to do, Mason. Oh, shit. Damn it. Went too far. Oh, no. Okay, well, I think I said yes. Great start. Mason, my wife is crazy. Ever since we watched Euripides' new play, she's been threatening to hurt our children. Why would she do such a thing? Why indeed, in a different pose. I may have cheated on her. Again. But that's beside the point. Please, you've got to save my boys. I will help you. Cassandra is a helper. Thank you. Medea, my wife, and I arrived here in our ship not long ago. She might still be around the port area. See if you can find her. Quick, my sons are in danger. So, this is as far as I have played this before, just up to this point to see, just to make sure it worked before I streamed it. So I have to say that when I saw the first letter swap on Mason and Medea, I did in fact laugh quite a lot. That was a nice little, because I didn't initially pick it because Mason could well be a profession or somebody's name, but then I see what you did there. Well played. Okay, so I'm looking for Medea, who is somewhere around the port area. Ask around. Who should I ask? There's someone over there to ask. Alcheminis. What does Alcheminis have to say about this? That's a nice ship. Although, I have been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Valhalla recently, so these ships are much bigger. Okay, Alcheminis. Have you heard anything? Let me know if the audio balance is okay as well, if there's any issues in the chat. I think I have the mic balanced a lot higher than the game audio, but if you want the game audio turned up a little bit, that's fine. Gaire. Nice. Gaire, can you help me? I'm looking for a woman who arrived in Corinth by ship with 2 children. Are you a Spartan? Yes? Good. We don't want any Athenian spies around here. Nice. Why are you so tense? Because of the project, of course. Wow, this is going in a direction I didn't expect. What project? Shh. The Spartans are planning a surprise attack on Athens by sea. Random person who claims to be Spartan who I met on the docks. The plan is to build equipment to pull the warships across the isthmus. The Spartans would never see it coming. The Athenians would never see it coming. Good strategy. Could that really work? It would take a lot of manpower, but I believe so. That's why I'm here. Sparta would go down in history for something like that. Well played. Perhaps. But did you see the woman I described? She arrived in this port today, but must have headed into the city. Well, I can't help you there. I know the ships that go in and out, but the city itself is not really my area. You could try talking to Pausanias. He always hangs around somewhere near here, and might have taken more notice of people heading into the city. That does seem like something Pausanias would take notice of. Thank you. I'll see if I can find him. That's a pretty extravagant... Is that a pleading animation? Okay. Let's find Pausanias the port worker. Probably, I'm sure, no relation at all to the 2nd century CE Roman era Greek travel writer. Teaching someone to fish, I hope? can't remember if these are always so slow to load. I'm not sure whether this would be mostly an issue with my computer or an issue with some kind of internet connection. Hello there, fresh off the boat? I am. Do you greet everyone who arrives in this harbour? Not at all, but I do see many faces come in and out. I'm looking for a woman who came to Corinth by ship recently. She had 2 children with her. Did you see anyone like that? Nothing comes to mind. Well, are you sure she's still in Corinth? What do you mean? Corinth is on the isthmus. It's the fastest way from the Saronic Gulf to the Corinthian Gulf. A lot of the time, if people are coming to Corinth by boat, it's because they are trying to get somewhere else. For example, she could have arrived at the port of Lechion and travelled to Kinkriae, or she could have used the Diolklos road to take her ship cargo from Skoinos to Posidonia. Ship cargo? Couldn't you carry the ships themselves across the isthmus? Ha! What a preposterous idea! Well, thinking about it, would you risk damaging your ship by sticking it on a cart and dragging it across the land? If you could simply unpack your cargo and load it onto a ship that's already waiting on the other side? You have a point. Unless your ship was full of smaller ships. Ha 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 ha. I don't think she had cargo, unless you count children, and I imagine Corinth was her final destination. I don't remember seeing the woman you described, but I know who might. I'll take you to my friends. Oh. Which friends might you be taking me to? Of course, given this is a... Oh, where'd he go? Oh, he's right there. He's... somewhat erratic. He seemed a little panicked, my friend. Well, at any rate, given the story of Medea and her escape from Athens, I'm not entirely sure that asking at the port is the best idea. Oh man, I keep stepping on his heels. Poor guy. This is definitely an occasion where I actually wish I was playing this on a controller so I could have an analog stick and keep pace behind him rather than kind of following him in this jerky manner. Where are we going? Okay, on the south side of Corinth? Oh. Oh no. Oh. Everyone's getting in our way as we run through the streets. And also we're running fast enough that some of the figures in the distance are not rendering properly because I need to upgrade my graphics card.
Corinth, a city of pots, prostitutes, and not much else.
Nice. But, bit of a diss there to Corinth, one of the most important cities in the Greek world in the classical period. It is, that is nice to see actually that when you activate, when you're doing in story mode, it still activates sort of incidental dialogue like that, so that you do get a little bit of spoken dialogue. One of the issues with using Story Creator, of course, is that obviously there's no voice acting, so everything is just text to be read. Which is fine if the text is well written. It doesn't quite have all of the kind of charm of the voice acting that Cassandra normally would have, but it's yeah. I'm certainly not going to be one to bag the written medium over the spoken medium. My friends Barkos and Gammon over there are just over there. Be careful, it looks like they're arguing. Thank you. Okay, where are they? Well, they asked around. Oh, I see. Eleni's sacred waters. Just over there is pretty broad here. Should have taken me at least to here where I can see them. Splish splash. Through the sacred waters. Ah, here we go. Yeah, as I mentioned, if you have questions or comments, then feel free to throw them in the chat. I'm watching it. Oh, sorry about that. I feel like next time oh, here we go. I was going to say next time I stream a story creator thing, I should have a list of things to talk about in the in the loading screens. I'd sort of forgotten about the length of loading screens. All right, I heard you might know something about the woman Medea. Medea, yes, I've seen her around Perini. This is the famous fountain. They say that Perini used to be a woman, and was turned into a fountain because of all the tears she shed for her dead son. Artemis accidentally killed him, you see. No, it was because Pegasus stamped his foot here and water gushed out. It was his favourite drinking hole, and Bellerophon captured him as he stopped to take a drink. What? Have you been reading? Pindar, that nonsense will get you nowhere. At least they haven't confused this fountain for the spring on the Acrocorinth. You're the one who's confused. I've been playing backgammon here longer than you've been alive. Shut up, both of you. What's this you're saying about another spring of Perini? The one on the Acrocorinth, just underneath the Temple of Aphrodite. Everyone knows about that one. Are you saying that Medea is there? Yes, that's where the priestesses of Hecate meet. This is where the old men sit playing backgammon. Go trekking up that hill if you like. These old bones need a rest. Hi, Zizipith. Zizipith. Why do I feel like that's a play on the way people use Greek words Greek letters to spell English words that don't quite spell out in the right way. Zizipith. A cultist clue? Wait a minute. cultist stuff is supposed to be turned off in story creator mode, and I thought I had completely completed that mission. I might have to come back here later. I thought I'd killed every cultist in this game. I guess not. Alright, okay, thing to note. Thank you, creators of this mod, for alerting me to a thing that I haven't actually done in the main game. Is this going to be the best way to get up there? Yeah, kind of. There's the road. I guess I could teleport up to the top. But maybe I will take... Oh, this one. My trusty steed. Let's roll. Typing in random variants on my usual nick to get an unused one on Twitch. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I did wonder if that was you, Tim. It's sufficiently close in the letters to be elusive to that. I'm curious if there's going to be any fighting in this mission. I don't mind either way. If I am, I'll have to remember how to fight in this game. I feel like Who got me? Oh, I see there's a bear, a wolf down there, or back there or something. Oh. Here we're on the Acrocorinth. This, obviously, Assassin's Creed Odyssey accentuates the vertical in its maps pretty significantly because Assassin's Creed is a game about movement and coming at things from different directions, and height plays a big part in that. So in order to like make that a thing, the landscape is much more exaggerated. Sort of all the horizontal distances are compressed and the vertical distances are accentuated so that you get a landscape that kind of looks right, even though it doesn't actually look right. Where am I going here? I've lost myself. Doesn't matter. But the Acrocorinth, if you look up pictures of Corinth, is a very high acropolis. Loading. I don't know why it started loading at this point either. Okay. Oh.
Got to be careful not to get spotted.
Interesting. Meeting Medea. Yeah, I've spent about, I was going to say I've spent about probably 200 hours in Odyssey, and I haven't definitely haven't finished it. Part of that is because I'm doing the DLC, and the DLCs are not as engaging. I keep dropping off them. Alright, Cassandra. Excuse me, are you by chance named Medea? Your husband is looking for you. I like this rain action. I have to look into that. That's really cool because I don't. It's because it wasn't raining when I entered the scene, and I don't remember seeing where in the story creator you add rain. So that's cool. Why would I care about what that Malaka wants? He wasn't looking for me before when he was going after that other woman. Legit. Tell me about this other woman. Are you going to do anything bad to her? And where are your children? I mean, it's certainly in the context of Assassin's Creed, that is absolutely acceptable question. Most of the time when you meet someone in Assassin's Creed games and they say, oh, I have this problem, like my husband is sleeping with someone else, the next sentence is, will you kill them for me? Assassin's Creed quests, Assassin's Creed Odyssey quests in particular, are very much about this person has done something, please murder them. I'm definitely finding actually with Valhalla that it's not quite as it's a bit better the way I've done it though. But that's a story for another day, I guess. So tell me about this other woman. They're off with their tutor for now. As for her, she'll get exactly what she deserves. Just like my good-for-nothing Scatafagos husband. Yeah, shit-eating. Just like my shit-eating husband. I don't feel like I have a good reason to just end her. Don't hurt innocents. I can see that you've been wronged, but please don't hurt any innocents. Don't let them suffer for Mason's crime. And your own children, won't that hurt you too? So pulling straight out of the end of the Medea here. Either Euripides or Seneca. Anything you say is useless. Now I am Medea, sharper for my suffering. Also another famous line from Seneca's Medea. Now I am Medea. Pretty sure it's Seneca. Oh, chase her. Oh no. Oh, where's she going? Am I supposed to attack her? Well, I like the atmospheric chase, but I don't know whether I'm supposed to attack her. I guess I am. Otherwise, okay. Can I? Oh, let me try and talk. Okay. Stop chasing me, man. I'm trying to chase someone. Now, of course, that was all very historically accurate. Spartan warrior is known for being able to glow yellow with Isu power and make short work of anyone. Yeah, what I discovered, comment in the chat, by the time I finish a game like this, the DLC always feels like hard work. I always want to like it more than I actually end up liking it, and I found with the Assassin's Creed games that what I don't like is that a game like Assassin's Creed Odyssey that is sort of selling itself on a historical image then will do a whole lot of DLC that is more mythological. So the two DLCs for Odyssey, the first one is the one where your character gets pregnant and you don't have a choice about it.
Worship Aphrodite, but the view is the real beauty.
And that's part of the reason why that's disliked. But that one's relatively short. The second DLC is really big maps that are disconnected from history, and I have found that that is not something that I'm as interested in. I've also found that in the Valhalla levels where you go to Asgard. I'm like, okay, well this is fine, but it's another big mythological level that's kind of disconnected from anything really about the character. I like the Isu stuff in Odyssey, but in the Assassin's Creed games. But the going to the mythological spaces for long periods, going to very big mythological spaces for long periods, because in Origins I liked it actually. Like those were short enough. They would just gave you the concentrated burst of mythological stuff. And that was cool. Where is she? Where is it? Oh man. Who's doing that fighting? What is going on here? What? Why are random people fighting in the streets? What's going on in Corinth? Oh, the random tomb in Origins where you get handed a Final Fantasy crossover shield? Yeah, that I'm not... Like the crossover stuff, I'm not super into. I just discovered in the in my inventory here, I have a bunch of Nordic equipment because, of course, Valhalla came out and they gave all of the players of the previous games like equipment to sort of cross-promote it. It's like, okay, fine. But then in Valhalla, I have, like, just when you start, I think they give you like an Ezio outfit and a I forget, an Altair outfit, and I think maybe even a Greek outfit, I'm not sure. And it's just like, I don't know. I'm here for this particular experience, not for dressing up my... I mean, I'm here for dressing up my character. Obviously, I've got this Wonder Woman outfit on here. But, yeah, I feel like I want to keep it within the historical part. And I hadn't really realized that that was part of what I was most interested in, to be fair. Okay, so I lost Medea. I'm playing Valhalla on the PlayStation though, so I don't know if I'll ever stream that, because I don't know if I'll get a streaming set up on the PlayStation. I'm mostly, well, I'm playing it because I'm interested in the series, but part of the reason I'm playing it is because I'm interested in the way that the Roman stuff is depicted in a post-Roman world. So that's fun. Hello there. Are you here to see the show? I'm afraid not. I'm looking for a woman named Medea who I believe passed through here. It's urgent. I've just come from backstage, so I wouldn't have seen her. What's the situation? I know the city well. Perhaps I could help. She's a danger to herself and her family. The woman has threatened to kill her children, and I've been sent by her husband to stop her. Oh my, that certainly is urgent. It also sounds like the play by Euripides we're working on right now. The play sees a woman betrayed by her husband who kills his new wife, father-in-law, and their children. The Corinthian people appreciate seeing a tragedy in the theatre, and with around 15,000 seats, we'll need to keep everyone entertained. Or they'll burn down our wooden stage. I like the little details. That's a good response. Thanks for the info dump. Not seriously, of course. Theatre is a central activity of the Corinthians. That's why our plays are often influenced by the gods and their stories, and why there's no violence permitted on stage. It needs to be accessible to all Corinthian citizens, and not be controversial. Dionysus gave us theatre to enjoy ourselves, of course. I really must be going, as fascinating as this is. Theatre can wait until I've found Judea. I really like the animations they've chosen for Cassandra's dialogue, and the dialogue generally in this is pretty good. Yes, absolutely. But nice to meet you. Can you point me in the right direction? Wait, in our show, the new wife of the hero is named Glauce. She has a fountain dedicated to her not far from here. If Judea feels connected to Euripides' story, she might go there. Thank you. Theatre things. This really is going all over Corinth. Which makes sense. Yeah, Judea going, I am Medea was quoting the play, quoting Euripides' Medea. Although, you know, it's still possible that this could be... I mean... Because I can't remember whether the character was called Judea or Medea up on the Acro Corinth. Turns out I'd never actually located this historical location. I clearly didn't explore Corinth that much when I was playing the main part of the game, to be honest. Is this the fountain here? Oh, there it is. I see. So I guess it's just still conceivably possible that Judea, like, is actually Medea with some kind of, like, magical bullshit. Like, that would fit with the tone of the game, generally. But at the moment, I think we think that she's a copycat who is very obsessed with the play and quoting it. There were a couple of other things in her lines as well that were very much from the play. And that, the theatre guy mentioned Euripides, the 5th century Athenian playwright. But there's also a version by Seneca, the 1st century CE Roman playwright, which is pretty similar, but different in a lot of ways. The basic plot is the same, but the way that he goes about it is obviously different. A remake, if you like. But entirely possible, yeah, just an overdramatic theatre nerd. Hello there, I'm looking for a very dangerous woman, Judea. Oh, I am well aware of the harm that foul woman can do. She has victimized me to no end. I fear for my life. That is why I came here, to seek solace. This fountain never fails to calm me down. Are you involved with Mason? I'm supposed to be his new wife, but Judea wants to kill me. I'll be safe if I can get to the Temple of Apollo, but I'm afraid she'll find me along the way. I don't know how to defend myself. Don't worry. I have no more leads on Judea's whereabouts, so I'll help you. I'll escort you to the temple. Oh, thank you, kind stranger. Alright, where's the temple? Over there. Oh, is that the big temple? Is that a temple of Apollo? Yeah, that is. Okay, huh. Ugh. Okay, I've got to stop using the eagle if I'm just going to go into loading screens afterwards. Yeah, coming into Origins without knowing anything about it, I was surprised how much Roman stuff was in it. I was also surprised about the Roman stuff, and I sort of knew that it was... I mean, obviously it's Egyptian, and I did know it was Hellenistic Egypt at a certain point, but I don't think I realized that until well after it had come out. I think after... when Odyssey came out and was promoting the kind of RPG elements, that's when I started to get interested in the series. Although they're pretty light, I gotta say. But then I went back and played Origins. Yeah, and there's a ton of Roman stuff in it. Especially in the second half. But in the first half as well. Just a little bit more subtle. I submitted earlier this year a book chapter on the reception of Roman stuff in Origins. Most of which focuses on that second half stuff, and particularly on Vitruvius, the architect, who appears in a notable sequence in there. Some pretty interesting stuff. Okay. Well, no sign of Medea, but there is this dog. Dog runs off. Okay. Well, let's see what she has now that she's at the temple. I mean, every Assassin's Creed game makes a big deal about finding all of the historical characters that could potentially exist at a given time period and trying to fit in all of the famous ones, so you get the good vibes of like having met George Washington in AC3, or like famous Renaissance figures, Michelangelo, for example, in AC2. Julius Caesar is one of those people, and Cleopatra is another in Origins. That's definitely part of why they chose that period, I think. And so anytime you've got Caesar involved, you're going to have Romans. I'm so glad you both make it. We've been worried about you, you both made it. We've been worried about you, Glauque. Thank you so much for your help, Miss Theos. I wouldn't have made it without you. Well, nobody attacked us. Just doing my job. Although nobody's offered any kind of payment. But do you know where Medea is? I thought we'd cross paths on the way here. I'm worried about the children and what she might do next. Go inside now, Glauque. My sisters will look after you. So she wanders off. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can't control the behavior of NPCs too much. Oh, shunt. This is pretty good. I like this mission so far. It's definitely doing a nice sort of tour of Corinth, with some like connections to the play and lots of stuff about the play that is interwoven into it. Yeah, very curious to see how it ends. What do you know about Medea? What I've heard is extremely troublesome. She's like a maenad, dripping with gore. Which way will she plunge head first, caught in the grip of murderous love? This is all quotes from the play. She's out of her mind. What crime is she brewing? One of my sisters saw her plotting earlier. She said that her face burns red one moment, ghostly white the next. Her form is unstable. No colour lasts long. More quotes from the play. She makes herself walk this way, that way, like a tigress pounding through the bush, stalking her lost cubs in the groves of the Ganges. That's from Seneca, I think. So this is using Seneca and Euripides. I'm scared for the children. What must it be like to have a beast of a mother like her? I don't know if this might be this thing here. This whole section might be directly quoting from the chorus in the play, or a combination of the two plays. That's why I need to find her. I've been looking for her all day, but she keeps slipping out of my grasp like a snake. I mean, that's not a direct quote, but still playing on the same imagery from the play. I've heard whispers that she's a practitioner of the dark arts, a follower of Hecate. There's a temple to her outside the city. Maybe you should check there. Yes, that's perfect. Thank you so much for all your help. Now go watch over Glauque. Medea could be waiting for her moment to strike. Alright. Is this gonna be a dramatic final showdown? Where's my horse? Come on. Catch up, horsey. Where's the gate? There's the gate.
We ride!
We ride! Let's find this Temple of Hecate. Okay. Oh, no, get off the horse. Get off the horse, Cassandra. The final act. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to barge into you. Medea, by all that's divine, please spare your sons. Oh, fuck off. This would wound my husband the most. He took me from my homeland and now he's left me and I have nothing. Tell Mason to throw up a pyre for his children. You can try and stop me, but I will have my revenge. Medea has such good lines. That's also from the play. Wait! Wait a long time. Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, I like it. Okay. Oh, this is a fantastic Assassin's Creed ending, actually. Since every Assassin's Creed story is going to end with someone getting murdered, you have to decide who it is. Well, should I... And I like also that there's a peace out option, that you just will have no part in it and exit the story. Because I feel like there's nothing worse than coming across a story where you've been playing your character a certain way and then the options force you to make a decision that you're not going to make, or force you to do a thing that your character wouldn't have done. And I'm not talking about like hard decisions, like your character is fictionally forced to make a decision here, but like where the player by the mechanics is forced to make a decision, rather than which they could just walk away from. And here I have the option to walk away. Do I want to fight her now, or do I want to kill Mason? I feel like Cassandra in this is already, like, I didn't think it was clear to me exactly how she got to the point where she was totally believing of Mason and was down for, like, super afraid of Jedea, but she clearly is at that point. So I think I have to be true to the character as portrayed by the story so far. I think I have to end it. This ends now and attack Jedea. As much as when it comes to a Team Jason or Team Medea, I would usually be on Team Medea. Yeah. Or I could just piece it up. It seems anticlimactic. This ends now. Oh. Oh, random people. Why are my buttons not working? Oh, I'm in the wrong. Look, stop stabbing me while I'm trying to commit arbitrary justice. Assassin's Creed. Alright, that was pretty cool. The 87 level Jedea. Yeah, I like that. I think I'm gonna give that 5 stars. I think I mean, in the context of other stories in the story creator that I've seen, that one is really good on basically every level that I would think of. Spoilers, no. Spoilers for the play. I would say that's somewhat elaborate. I think it's creative. I think it is funny. It was like, I feel like it had, when I looked at it, wild action and adventure, and I don't know. I mean, I guess if you don't know the story of the play, then the premise seems wild, so I can see where that would come from. There's only really one fight, maybe 2, so action seems a bit light, so. And then funny, I guess, probably is a tag that maybe indicates something different to people who are in the context of these, but I think it was genuinely humorous, so I'm going to go with that. And I could restart it and play through it and get a different ending, actually. I'm not clicking romantic. No, I'm not clicking romantic. I am clicking exit story. I have declared that it is funny, elaborate, and creative. I liked it. I might play it again to see what the Jason ending is like, but I don't think I'm going to do that right now, and I don't think I'm going to stream that because just the loading time in between the some of the different sections was a little bit annoying. All right, so that was Medea 2, Electric Boogaloo, which I enjoyed, and you can find that by searching on the AC Odyssey site. I'll put a link up actually to it. Looks like it's generally pretty popular from the ratings that it had. I mean, if I go to this, we'll see them again. That overall 20 people have played it, including my play just there. Average time is a bit shorter than the time I spent on it, but I was doing a bit of talking, and I had some, I think, loading issues were more of an issue for me. Medea peak romance. Yeah, I mean, peak romance maybe up until the end part, up until the Athens. Like, peak romance when she is, in a very, true romance kind of way. She is, in the story of the Golden Fleece, where she basically goes all out and murders most of her family for Jason. I mean, in a Quentin Tarantino kind of romance way. That would fit. But here, I don't think so. If the map went that far and had any of the Black Sea on it, that would be a cool thing to do as well, actually. But anyway, I was talking about the story. I'll put the link up on Twitter. I'll put it in the YouTube video notes as well to the story so that you can play it if you want. Yeah, otherwise I think that's it for today. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope the people who made it, who are either watching now or will watch this when it's a video on demand, I hope you enjoyed my playthrough of it, and I hope I got out of it what you wanted me to get out of it. I am going to go make some lunch. So have a good afternoon, everyone. Enjoy your Labor Day if you're in New Zealand. And if you're not, if you're in America, enjoy your Sunday. Or you're probably watching this not live. So enjoy whatever time of day it is. Have a good one. See you all later.